What is up, weather enthusiasts? I'm your host, Pat's Path Predictor. Let's get right into the weather. Alright, so this is the situation we have right here, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at a potential multi-day severe weather outbreak, folks. That's right. After several days of quiet across the country, we now have a 15% risk for severe weather for day 4 for parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. Day 5 and day 6 are predictability too low. However, I've been looking at models, and we could see some potential thunderstorms, some of which are severe. We're going to go ahead and read what the SPC is saying real quickly right here. But before we go ahead and do that, the 15% risk is affecting a population of 10 million people, including the DFW area, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and Arlington, Wichita, and all these areas in eastern Kansas right here. Here's the discussion we have. Upper troughing is forecast to extend from the northern Rockies into northwest Mexico on early day 4. Surface pattern at the same time will likely feature a low in the Nebraska-Kansas border vicinity with a dry line extending southward from this low in eastern Texas. Okay. The air mass is expected to destabilize ahead of the dry line, and with the combination of large-scale ascent attending the approaching shortwave and mesoscale ascent along the dry line will likely result in thunderstorm development. Steep mid-level laps in moderate shear support the potential for severe thunderstorms capable of all hazards. Additional thunderstorms, some potentially strong to severe, are anticipated across western Missouri, eastern Kansas, central eastern Oklahoma later day 4 into the night into day 5 and morning along the cold front as it surges southeastward. So that's the situation we have right there. The reason there's a predictability too low for day 5 is because there's just still a little bit of uncertainty with that. However, we have been taking a look at models. The European GFS and the GEM models have all indicated we're looking at some thunderstorms in this area from the Midwest all the way to the deep south. So definitely something to keep an eye on right there. Let's go ahead and first, before we get to those models, we're going to go ahead and show you the Cape for what's going on in Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas right here. This is for Friday right here. It really starts developing. It really ramps up. And we're looking at Cape values cracking 2,000 in a lot of these areas right here. Dallas, Fort Worth, we're cracking around 1,800 or so. I'm going to go ahead and take a sounding out of the DFW area just to show you what's going on with that right then and there. So we got that pulled up. The cap right here, the cap's a little strong. The Cape's around 1,800. However, the cap's just a little bit strong right there. So, yeah, it's really going to be contingent on what happens if the cap breaks or not in parts of Texas right here. But in parts of Oklahoma where there's less cap right here, we're going to go ahead and show you one of those soundings right there. Because if we take a look at DFW, the cap's like at 100 at 1,600 joules per kilogram of Cape. Although that's still 3 days out, we'll still have to keep an eye on it. If you take a look at Oklahoma, the Cape's around 2,500 joules per kilogram, and this is actually a pretty fat Capes situation right there, which is actually pretty good if you want to see severe weather and tornadoes right there. The shear, it's not bad, actually, honestly. The directional shear is not bad. We are looking at 25 kilometers of shear at 1 kilometer. The SRH is cracking 300. The 6-kilometer shear is at 40 knots, which that's going to enhance some supercell development right there. The tornado probabilities right there, 61% tornado. We could potentially see a max of around an EF3 or so. All hazards are possible with this case. Potential hazard type is tornado. Let's go ahead and take a look at the supercell composite with this right here. Supercell composite isn't great. It's around like 4 to 5 right there in a lot of these areas right here. Significant tornado parameter. Yeah, it's not looking great either. It's around 2.7, 2.6, which about 3 days out. But we'll have to wait and see when it comes to that. But yeah, that's generally the setup of what's going on in regards to that area. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull up some of the other systems we have right here. Let's go ahead and show you. The European model for Saturday right here. Let's go ahead and go back to 0Z because that goes further out. For the 0Z European run, basically this goes right here, moving into in parts of Missouri and Illinois in the morning. We do see some storms starting to fire up around 7 o'clock at night right there, according to the Euro right there. Some thunderstorm potential is there. It's a little too early for me to really suggest how much. If we take a look at the GFS right there, because the European and the GFS are complete rivals right here. If we take a look at the GFS, it does show some thunderstorm development, although it starts out in like Kansas and Iowa and everything like that, and it does show a bit of of a line moving through for parts of Tennessee, Mississippi, and Alabama right there. And if we take a look at the GEM, if they have radar right here, here's the GEM run right here for Saturday. And the GEM run for Saturday does show quite a bit of severe weather happening from basically Iowa to Missouri, through Arkansas down to Texas, actually, which is quite interesting right there if you look at that. So once again, we do have some disagreement on how strong these storms are going to be. The GEM is generally showing a potential severe weather event. The European and GFS are kind of struggling on how strong that's going to be, but yeah, the result's going to be the same. We are looking at, after about a week or so of quiet on this front, we're looking at another active round of severe thunderstorms moving through, especially in parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas coming up in a few days. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. It helps me out and helps me make more videos like these. The goal of this channel is to get more people engaged with weather. But with that being said, have a wonderful day, guys. Stay safe.